is 50 years since the children's classic Swallows and Amazons was released in cinemas.
Well, to mark the anniversary, some of the original cast are reuniting in the Lake District this weekend. We will talk to them shortly, but first, have a look at this.
No more sailing at night, and no more scrapes of any kind.
Look over there! Keep down, they may be enemies. They're pirates! Let's chase them. Let's. A-M-A-Z-O-N, Amazon. Swallows forever!
Really charming clip there, isn't it? It's really
Lovely.
charming.
Makes you want to be there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And we can speak to some of the cast members who are there this morning as Sophie Neville, Suzanna Hamilton and Kit Seymour in the Lake District. Good morning to you. You've all changed a bit, just a tiny bit. So who's who?
I'm Sophie, this is Suzanna, and this is Kit, who played Captain Nancy, the Terror of the Seas.
And you've all got together for this anniversary. What's it like? Have you been in touch over the years? Is this the first time everyone's got together for a while? How does it feel?
Oh, well, it's amazing. It's not really us, they've brought the boats up to Windermere, and so we've been reunited with the Swallow and the Amazon, who somehow have survived and are being renovated for ordinary families to use, thanks to the Arthur Ransom Society and the most amazing people who just love the film and are encouraging people to get out there and come to the Lake District.
And I was going to say, will it sort of...
just had a fantastic...
Sorry, you carry on, Kit.
I was just going to say, we just had an amazing day yesterday, and I haven't met most of the folk, most of the crew cast for 50 years, and just to catch up with everyone is just, it's been brilliant. It's been a lovely, lovely day, and actually quite emotional to get out on Amazon again with, first of all, I went with John, who played Simon, who played John, and then Suzanna, who played Susan. And it was so lovely. And listening to some of the stories of people that have found real meaning behind Swallows and Amazons was just a quite emotional experience for us, or for me.
Yeah.
Susanna, what's the flag?
Yeah, it was quite humbling. She's waving the flag. It's just the swallow flag. She's got an Amazon flag because she's an Amazon.
I have not.
Is that memorabilia from the film?
We bought the flags. They were sent over. Yeah. I actually made this flag in the film, and some of the little stitches that I stitched are here. So it's very elderly, but it's just pulling through. But it's amazing that the boats are still around, including the steamboats, and nothing's changed much in Cumbria. It's just lovely. Families like going off and finding the film locations.
You got the original steamboats. Did I see a copy of a script there on the table? Is that an original from a screenplay from the film?
This is the original script written by David Wood, based on Arthur Ransom's book. And the funny thing is, we weren't allowed to see that when we were children. The director didn't want us to be parrot-like, so he wouldn't let us see the script. And this is the original programme from the Royal Gala premiere that we had when the film came out. So we're really celebrating the 50th anniversary of the film premiere, because we made it in the Lake District 51 years ago, and about this time we were filming the scenes in Octopus Lagoon and the scenes at the Lighthouse Tree, and when we captured when we captured Captain Flint's houseboat, and Titty ends up with a green parrot. And we arrived yesterday, and there was a little girl there wearing Titty's costume, grey cardigan and cotton dress with a green parrot on her shoulder.
Oh.
It's so sweet.
And I guess
So
you
the
couldn't...
celebrations are going on at Windermere Jetty Museum today.
And it speaks to another generation, doesn't it? And I guess you couldn't have known when you were tiny children yourselves that this would become so iconic. I mean, iconic's an overused word, but it really is. It's sort of that era, isn't it? It's become symbolic of it.
It is. Well, it was 1930s, I think, is when it's set, and the costume and the makeup were so perfect. It was all very natural, and I think we've got Peter Robking, who is here as well, who was the makeup artist, who's done millions of amazingly big films ever since, and he was saying how pleased they were that it is very indicative of it's actually the 1930s, although we made it in the early 70s, and it was another world in many ways. Yeah, no iPhones, no iPads.
But the film has had an enduring quality because it hasn't aged, because our costumes were very simple, and it was really a landscape movie. It's all about the mountains and the lakes and getting out there and exploring, and that's what we want to encourage the new generation to do, to be brave and to get out there.
And fight.
And a little boy got into Amazon yesterday, and he was so cautious about getting in. And we set out, and he just turned round and smiled at me. He just couldn't believe that we were heading off to that island in the lake. And it's been amazing. The Arthur Ransom Society is actually the second biggest literary society in England, and they offer grants for young people to learn to sail and to do the outdoor activities like mountaineering that the characters do in this. There's actually 12 books in the Swallows and Amazon series.
I think yesterday when we got into the boat, I was struck by the peace and the quiet of sitting in a boat and sailing a boat on the water. And we did it for like 8 weeks while we were making the film, and we were so lucky to have. And we sort of took, in a way, you took it for granted because that's what the film was about. But looking back, we were very, very, very lucky.
Sounds very idyllic and many happy memories there. Sophie, Suzanna and Kit, or as viewers may remember you, Titty, Susan and Nancy, characters, thank you very much indeed.
What an
Thank
adventure
you.
for those young actors
Lovely,
as well. Yeah, enjoy the weekend. Thank you.